You don't get confused between your online persona and your actual real life persona. Because these days I do a lot of makeup videos and none of the looks that I do in my makeup clips are natural. None of them. All of the makeup videos that I do, when I look at them in the mirror, it's like I'm looking at a ghost. It is so pretty, but fake. The eyes, the lips, everything is like drawn on. So it looks like my reflection is showing a cartoon, like an artwork and not an actual human being. And I'm okay with that because when I film it, it looks really pretty and I'm very happy with that. But I don't bring that persona into my day-to-day life where I always have to draw on these really heavy eyeshadows and lashes and look like a cute K-pop idol all the time. I embrace my natural self without lash extensions, without lip fillers, without anything. This was me 15 years ago, a dull, fearful, and sheltered teenager who had no sense of self and was living day by day on survival mode, hoping that one day I could be the beautiful dream girl who is confident, sexy, and independent in the exact way that I want to be today. And fast forward 15 years later, this is me, who now feels comfortable in her skin with or without makeup. And most of all, I feel free from the comparison trap as I've let go of 99% of the things that once made me feel crippled and not confident in myself at all. And today, I'm going to empower you to finally be effortlessly confident in anything that you do, anywhere that you go, at any time that you are, so that you can finally live life to your fullest potential. So hi everyone, my name is Patty and my mission is to empower you to charge through life with 100% confidence. Alright, I'm excited. Let's get started. When it comes to confidence, especially for young women, we tend to manufacture that sense of empowerment into our system by fixing the external cause. We may get a physical glow up, such as perming our hair, straightening our hair, getting cosmetic procedures, buying new clothes, hitting the gym, which are all great things in terms of external beauty. But the internal confidence that radiates true power is when we accept ourselves, regardless if we are her or not. At least that was what transformed me in a very short amount of time. Every single day that I felt crippled, the more I felt like I need to change something about me in a desperate way, in a way where there's no acceptance for my old self, the more that fear would paralyze me. And so the confidence would be manufactured. Even if I tried to boost myself in public, even if I tried to see multiple men at once in the past, even if I tried to make a lot of friends, and even though I did have a lot of friends in the past, but everything stems from a weak foundation. There was not much authenticity in any relationship that I was building or in anything that I was doing. And that's because the manufactured confidence is more like suppressing the self-hatred that you had for your past self, plastering it with Band-Aid or concealing it, and then hoping that nobody will see the real us that we've locked away. So that's why before we try to be effortlessly confident, like influencers portray their self-images to be, and we try to replicate their lifestyle and personality and fail at it, we must accept the part of us that we've neglected. So for example, I had severe acne from 14 to 19 years old. And when I say severe acne, it's really severe acne. When my mom tried to put cream on my face, she would say things like, "There's no clear space on your skin. How did it become this?" And it would shatter me. I would feel so hopeless and defeated. And even though my mom wasn't being mean and she was just scared that I may never heal, that fear then perpetuated more stress, more cortisol levels spiked, and that would then influence all of my decisions in my early 20s to be manufactured confidence. It would be things like approaching people as the new Patty, but then when I come back home, I'm still the old Patty that I hated. When I go out of the house in my early 20s, I would try to smile as much as I can. I try to be bubbly. I try to find conversation topics to talk to people about so that they won't be bored of me. But most importantly, I never left the house barefaced if I were to see somebody. I was so fearful of people knowing what my true skin condition was like, even way after I've healed. I was scared of people seeing what my face looked like if I didn't wear certain eyeshadows or certain brows. And it felt wrong to just be me. It felt like the minute that I wash off my makeup or wear normal clothes that I usually wear at home, then no guy's going to like me, no friends will find me interesting, and I'll be sad and miserable again like I was in my teen years. And it took me almost a decade to heal this part of me that is just so scared of life. And that fear ironically produced stress hormones inside my body that turn into breakouts, weight gains and bloating. So that's why accepting this version of you that you had this strong fear towards is the very first step. It's not about having more guys giving you attention, which was something that I used to do in my early 20s. And I used to feel like, oh my God, I could literally go anywhere, to the library, to the university campus, to the shopping, to the streets, to parties, to networking events, and at least one attractive guy from that event will approach me and have meaningful conversations with me. But that again was built from the fact that I am Patty who wears concealers and strong makeup and is always bubbly and smiling to put on a show. But I wasn't being the true Patty that is actually introverted. So as I've gotten older, I realized that I hated being inauthentic. I hated wearing foundation just because I was trying to impress a guy or trying to be pretty for my friends, especially on hot days. I honestly really hated feeling like I always have to buy beautiful clothes to look beautiful. But apparently I can't look beautiful with a $10 t-shirt. I hated the feeling of, oh, if I don't have that designer bag, I'm not pretty. It must mean I'm low value because I'm only wearing a Kmart bag. And I desperately wanted to break free from this dynamic. And the time I finally broke free was probably when I was 28, 29, and right now 30. Finally, I just feel like I don't need any guy's attention to feel whole. Finally, I don't have to force myself to wear foundations and heavy liners and contact lenses to socialize. But I'm only wearing it to film because I love it. Finally, I feel like I don't have to think of interesting conversation topics or to always be bubbly and smiling and appearing positive when my actual self is pretty introverted and neutral. And that was when my confidence on YouTube skyrocketed. It wasn't from the fact that I was being more elevating and manifesting abundance and being the goddess in that kind of overly toxic positive way, but it was more like embracing this neutral state where I feel calm, okay with myself, and taking things easy day by day. So the more I took things really easy day by day, and I was starting to accept myself, my face, my age, my skin, my body proportions under any circumstances. Ironically, my makeup clips just look so much better than before. No longer do I fear that, oh, if this expensive cream runs out and I can't afford it next month, therefore my skin's not going to be clear without it. Or like, oh my God, I need this Sephora highlight desperately. I need this eyeshadow desperately to have this kind of makeup look because without it, I can't be pretty. Finally, when I realized that, no, Sephora makeups, Mecca makeups, concealers, foundations, face cream, certain designer bags and clothes do not hold power over me. That's when my makeup videos start to become like, damn, I never thought I could be her, and I wasn't trying to be her. But I was in such a deep flow state and okay state with myself that now every single attempt at creating makeup videos or YouTube videos is just effortless and great. Now, once you've accepted yourself as you are, does that mean that you do nothing to improve yourself? No, you still have to take some actions that will solidify to your belief system that you are the new version of you. So you're becoming the new version of you without hating the old version of you. You can always allow your old version to die, but you don't have to hold on to the resentment and the bitterness from your past as you become the new version of you. The more you can love both versions of you, the faster you will transcend through the stress, the fear, and the lack of confidence that you had in talking to men, doing public speaking, going to job interviews, filming YouTube videos. These fears are naturally transcended the more you accept that the past version of you did her best, but still you are taking action each day to practice your speaking, to practice looking effortlessly pretty with less is more kind of makeup. You don't get confused between your online persona and your actual real life persona, because these days I do a lot of makeup videos and none of the looks that I do in my makeup clips are natural. None of them. All of the makeup videos that I do, when I look at them in the mirror, it's like I'm looking at a ghost. It is so pretty, but fake. The eyes, the lips, everything is like drawn on. So it looks like my reflection is showing a cartoon, like an artwork and not an actual human being. And I'm okay with that because when I film it, it looks really pretty and I'm very happy with that. But I don't bring that persona into my day-to-day life where I always have to draw on these really heavy eyeshadows and lashes and look like a cute K-pop idol all the time. I embrace my natural self without lash extensions, without lip fillers, without anything. And my mom actually said to me, if you had just gotten a bit of a nose job, you would look so beautiful like a Thai celebrity because you are already naturally pretty. You just need a bit of a nose lift just to fit the beauty standards. And she's not saying this in a hateful way. It's just facts that my nose is a bit too flat for the Thai entertainment. But that being said, I'm totally okay with that. And these days, I love my flat nose. I really love the fact that my face is versatile. And even though my nose is not conventionally pretty, or my lips are not conventionally plumped like it's supposed to be, and my body is not conventionally thin like it's supposed to be. But I just really, really like this natural version of me that I don't have to go through the pain of having fillers or having Botox. And the more I feel like I don't need it at all, the more my skin, my body and everything just sustain itself naturally without me having to try hard to maintain it. So naturally, when I feel like I don't have to try so hard for my face to be effortlessly pretty, that's where the effortless confidence comes in. So when you meet men, you're like, well, this is my natural self anyway. And if he's already glancing at me and smiling at me, that means that I'm damn attractive. With no fillers, with no concealers, with no nothing, just bare face, a bit of brows, a bit of lips just to make my face look alive. But other than that, everything about my body is me. And if people were to smile at me or to talk nicely to me, it would make me so happy because they are finally talking to the authentic version of me. So therefore, please embrace the part of you that you've once hated. Not in a way where I'm not going to improve myself at all, but in a way where I forgive you for every single decisions you make that cause you to gain so much weight, to have acne, to have so much anxiety that your whole aura is just not so attractive. Because once that forgiveness is given to you, at least energetically, when you work out, when you eat, when you wear makeup, when you wear your clothes, everything is just going to be intuitive. Like, okay, I should finish the food as this much only. I should work out this minute only. I should do this yoga today and then this swimming today. So all this high level intuition will guide you towards making decisions that sustain how you look without spending so much money to be pretty, because you're naturally pretty. You're naturally confident. And just imagine how confident you feel in yourself when you're like, I don't need to schedule any lip filler appointments. I don't need to schedule any Botox appointments. I don't need to rely on any of these things or put my money in these places, at least not now, because I just like how I look. I just like who I am so much that I would rather spend my money on fitness, on the things that are natural. And so when you talk to men, when you approach men, when you glance at them, it's going to be like a flow, because if he doesn't like you, that's okay. You already like yourself. But if he likes you, it's like, damn, this is really, really me. So they really, really like me and not the pretentious and acting staged version of me. Now that is true power. Now the last thing I also want to emphasize about effortless confidence is repetition. There has to be some routines in your life that you repeat day in and day out, where that habit is normal for you. So for my case, making YouTube videos like this one is absolutely normal. It takes no effort. I don't script my videos anymore, but I do have a basic outline. Whereas before I had to script my videos because I didn't know exactly how to speak in flow state. I didn't trust myself to speak in flow state. So what you want to do is always embrace your divine essence. Follow your passion when you can. Okay, if you have obligations and a job and everything else, responsibilities that you have to take care of, yes, you do that, but you also carve out some time to keep nurturing your passion, your divine essence, to be the very best version of you when you are dancing, swimming, doing yoga, Pilates, pole dancing, wearing makeup, doing beauty videos. You want to repeat the actions and routine that makes you feel like a goddess, but not in a way where it's like fake goddess, but the neutral, beautiful, serene, calm goddess that you're always meant to be. And if this is for men, you may want to practice routines that makes you feel masculine and charming, and you feel like, oh, I respect myself, I'm making progress, I'm the winner, I'm a badass. Whether that is deadlifting, going to the gym, doing your workouts, doing 100 push-ups, doing your runs, doing your marathons, anything like that. Because the more you repeat these actions, the more you tell yourself that I trust you. I trust you that you always embrace the best version of me. Whether that's through running, swimming, doing makeup, lifting weights, boxing, anything. And when this routine is solidified in your life, when you approach a guy or a girl, they will feel this magnetism towards you, like, oh, who's this person? They're interesting. Their aura, their energy is interesting. Even if you don't say a word, it's going to be like, I'm drawn to you and I don't really know why, but I just want to be a part of that thing you have going on in your life. And that thing that you have going on in your life is repetition towards a routine that you love. Spending time in a way that makes you feel magnetic. Spending time in a way that makes you feel like a strong, badass, goddess or king version of you. So please always make time to do that. And I promise you that the more you embrace your authentic self, the more you realize your true magnetism without overly doing steroids or overly doing cosmetic procedures or overly purchasing designer bags or dresses to feel pretty. That's when you awaken the true power within you that you've never once thought existed. And I hope you guys really get to experience that. So this is it for my video, and thank you very much. Bye-bye.